Toriko. Toriko chapter 315. Now this chapter is really simple. It's very simple. But the events in the chapter are astronomical. First of all, let's talk about the end of the chapter. Now, initially I thought that when Toriko bit the tongue of Bambina, I thought that they were somehow taken all to like the back channel. I was like, how the fuck did that happen? And then I forgot who stated it. There was someone in the comment section of the live reaction that stated that this actually probably Toriko and Bambina seeing what they want to see the most. That makes sense. Because that female monkey that we saw in the image of Bambina dancing with her, who was returned in this chapter, I'm like, wait a second, hold on. How are you here? I assume that you were like dead or like you left. I don't know what happened, but that you shouldn't like I don't know why you're here exactly. But if this is the image of what Bambina wanted to see the most, then it makes sense. So it's either that, an illusion of some kind, or it's actually the case that she is like in the back channel for some weird reason. I don't know why, but again, that may be the case as well. And in Toriko's case, yeah, no shit. I mean, the reason why the 4 Heavenly Kings came here in the first place was to save Komatsu, who had his heart ripped out of his chest by Teppei. So that's the entire purpose of them getting paired in the first place, saving Komatsu's ass. So when you got motherfuckers like the Jorshare trying to degrade the moment, my response, bruh, is fuck you. Though I will give you that, yeah, biting Bambina's tongue, not exactly, you know. But then again, this was a mating dance to begin with, and tongue is a delicacy in some places. What up now? What up now, Georgia? I'm pretty sure in Belgium, tongue is a fucking delicacy. I don't damn doubt it. Motherfucker. Now, getting on to the rest of the chapter. Before the events at the end, where Bambina finally drops Pear, they just pop out, bloop, and then end the story. So, I mean, it is what it is with that. But before all that, Bambina unleashes a flurry of what is the most disgusting shit. Well, I can't say the most, but it is certainly up there in the grand scheme of the Toriko series. Bambina, the Monkey Kingu. Bambina. First of all, when they're trying to grab his balls, and by the way, you could see like when the mangaka, when they draw like depressed lines on the characters' faces, Sunny had those like depressed lines on his face. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm grabbing this monkey's nuts. But Bambina, he like reaches around and then he brings his neck all the way back and he just rips off sections of flesh from their arms. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that was insane. The flexibility required for that. And just ripping off flesh, like it was butter. I'm like, yo, Bambina, son. Oh. And then you have what Bambina did to 100G Mountain. He blew away half the mountain with a single punch. And for some reason, there was like a field of Sundrikos like halfway down. I don't know why, but they were just fucking chilling there. I'm like, shit. Like, they're all fucked now. But actually, now I think about it, Terry, Kiss, Quinn were taking on Kaka on the mountain somewhere. So I'm hoping that they relocated before Bambina just obliterated half the mountain. But that feat is so impressive because of the fact that it's 100 times normal gravity of a planet that's 5 times larger than planet Earth, which matters, because that changes the gravitational constant from 9.81 to like something higher. And that accumulates the force, which is weight. So he's destroying, I mean, if you take the mass of a normal mountain, and then you were to multiply that by 100 times the gravitational constant of the Toriko world, you would get force, which is then weight, and then you'd figure out how much he actually destroyed from that single punch. What he destroyed, from a strength standpoint, was huge. It's like, bruh. You're like, bruh. The fuck, Bambina? The fuck? Finally, you have the last part, which has, of course, spurred a debate among many people because it's a speed feat. And normally you don't have any... Well, normally people wouldn't complain that much, or people wouldn't debate that much about feats involving durability, or strength, or DC, because they're very self-evident. But speed is one of those things where it's not so self-evident. And when you have Bambina dodge mold spears that move at speeds near light, out come these folks out of the woodwork who are now just trying to debunk Bambina's near light dodging speed feats. Where it's like, bruh, real now, bruh. Because basically it's the guys who take calcs over feats, which is not me. I used to treat calcs, like fan calculations, as fucking gospel. But then there were a few events, and one in particular that I saw, I think it was on Naruto forums, and also on the OBD, where I was like, nah, like, whoa. Like, that's flat out wrong. That was flat out false. And they did want to change it over, you know, a few weeks or a few months' time. But I was like, after that, I realized full on that this is just, like, I would rather take in-store material, whether it's feats, whether it's lore, and backed up by a certain degree of evidence, and so on and so forth. Then I'll take the author's word. Then I'll take third-party material, and then I will take the fan-made calcs. The fan-made calcs are at the bottom of the barrel for me, because everything else is very self-evident, with the exception of speed. Speed sometimes is not so self-evident, because now all of a sudden, you have these guys who are not only trying to debunk the speed of Bambina through debunking the speed of Coco's mold spears, but also you have some guys trying to debunk Tengu Brunchy speed. I'm like, no. Step the fuck down. It's very simple. The feat that Mitsutoshi clearly displayed, because Mitsutoshi, his scaling is fantastic. His world building is fantastic. He's on point with that. He's on point. The best mangaka I've seen in Shonen Jump that has scaling so precise and so detailed. And when he says that a character is Mach 30,000, the fucking character is Mach 30,000. When he says a character, not when he says, I'm sorry, no. When he puts it in his own story, and he has, for Tengu Brunchy, panels of explaining Tengu Brunchy's speed, and then the step ladder, and then the stroke return. And then for Bambina, when he already displayed the speed of the mold spores that haven't been dodged by anyone up until Bambina, who dwarfs every creature we've seen thus far in Toriko by a milestone, with the exception of the Battle Wolf. You don't doubt Bambina's speed. That's like saying, like, oh, well, Bambina, he blitzed the Heavenly Kings, and he's able to do soft jumps in hundreds of Mach when he's covered in some type of membrane, and then when he finally reaches his powers, he's not going to be faster than Tengu Brunchy. The fuck? Nah, man. It makes no damn sense. So that's it. Speed feats. Bambina, he raises the bar. He, as always, he raises the bar. And it's not a matter of whether or not it is, because that's one thing I've noticed too. People nitpick consistency when it comes to a single feat. In some cases, they're all for it, for a series that they actually like. In other cases, they're not for it, for a series that they feel is getting too powerful too quick, or that they don't like, or so on and so forth. In my case, it's if you can do it once, who's not to say that you can't do it again? Especially when it's done so casually, like in the case of Bambina. Just saying. Just saying. So that's it, I'm done. Killing overall, the chapter, I'm going to give it a rating of, oh yeah, man. Oh man, this was a great chapter. Let me leave it at that. This is going to be a great rating, and I will see you guys and gals later. So rate the video not that damn hard. You can do a dislike or a like, and I'm pretty sure, you know, dislikes here and there, because I'm a feet whore, and then the calc whores are going to come in there like, oh man, the fucking calcs and shit. I'm like, whatever. So, again, I used to treat the calcs like gospel, but not anymore, bro. Not anymore. So rate the video, not that damn hard. Dislike, like, whatever you want to do. comment, and subscribe. Have a nice one.